Chat, I'm not sus. What are you guys talking about? How am I sus? I have no clue what this is supposed to mean. How am I sus? The world may never know. But chat, what do we know? What is the one thing that in this moment we know beyond a shadow of a doubt? Please stop spamming, Yoim Richie. Hello, Unicorn98. Welcome into the stream. Pleasure to see you again. It's been a while. Hello, Noah, and regardless. Yeah, Yoim Richie, please do not spam. But, welcome. But chat, today, the thing we know beyond a shadow of a doubt is that it is time for Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney. Justice for all. Now, chat, when we last left off on this game, we had just finished episode 3, and now it is time. It is now time to begin episode 4, chat, of the lawyering lawyer who lawyers. Alright. Sussius Amogus. Alright. Okay. Alright. I believe... Okay, let me just check stuff real quick. Okay. Okay. Alright, cool. Let us begin. Continue. Justice for all. Farewell, my turnabout. That is what it is called. And honestly, I'm nervous. Because we saw Edgeworth. Now, the moment you've been waiting for. Who will be this year's Grand Prix champion? Who will be our hero of heroes? I'm excited. Oh? Oh no. Will it be last year's runner-up, Jammin' Ninja? Or maybe Captain Saipan, all the way from the lovely tropical island of Saipan? I see the students of a certain Surrey school are raring to win, and global hero Onyakopon doesn't want to go home without a prize. We hope Lady Luck is all with our heroes tonight. And now, the winner of 3rd Annual Hero of Heroes Grand Prix is me! Hello? The moon just chat. Huh? It's the Steel Samurai. The true hero of the night has appeared in our midst. It looks like this year's Grand Prix goes to this fantastic warrior. The Nickel Samurai. Too bad, Jammin' Ninja. Looks like the title eluded you again this year. It's the Nickel Samurai. Oh my god. Hello, Doggy Fetch Bone Studios. March 20th, 7:42 p.m. Gatewater Hotel. Watergate? Is that supposed to be a reference to Watergate? Okay. Alright, yes, did you hear that, Nick? Did you? The Nickel Samurai, he did it. Yeah, he sure did. I'm getting too old for this. Oh! Yo! Our freaking dude! Oh my gosh, this guy from the first game. Oh, what voice did I give him? Oh, shoot, I did not know I'd have to voice this guy again. Oh, what voice did I give him? No, I can't remember. I'm proud of the guy for doing the series justice. I want to kind of voice him like Peter, or the just once. That's kind of what I'm getting from here. So the person everyone was cheering for, I guess he got the prize? Yup. You know who we're talking about, right, Pearly? The Nickel Samurai. No, every Sunday I only watch the educational channel's Kids Masterpiece Theater. Oh boy. Okay, that's it. From now on, it's the Nickel Samurai. All the kids watch it. Do you like the Nickel Samurai too, Mr. Nick? Nah, Nick's an old fart, so he's not allowed to watch it anymore. I'm old, chat. That's right, but I do like Kids Masterpiece Theater. Hey, I didn't know you were so young at heart, Nick. Mr. Nick, you're a grown-up. You're not allowed to watch it anymore. You're supposed to act your age and have interests that match. It's very important. Oh, give it a rest, Pearly. Looks like I made the right choice in inviting everyone here. I'm glad you're all having a good time. Ah, it's like a dream. It does look very nice. Oh, gosh, too bad for the Jammin' Ninja, though. Did I give him, like, that voice? No, that was what Game Grumps gave him for their voice. I think it is Peter. I think I honestly gave this guy Joe Swanson voice. Okay. What's up, Gagna? Dude, I'm so happy to see this guy again.
Too bad for the Jammin' Ninja, though. Last year, he lost to the Pink Princess, warrior of little old Tokyo. I thought this might be his year.
No, that's Mo. Ah, hey, Peter, hey, Peter. Like a yawn. It's gonna make me yawn every time I voice him. Yeah. Oh, hey, did anyone else think that the Jammin' Ninja looked a bit different today? Different? What do you mean? Well, he wasn't carrying his bright red guitar.
Hey, you're right, Peter. Strange he'd walk around without a signature guitar.
I will never understand these people and their shows. Nightfall, give me Mon Discourage, which I'll kidnap you, no cap? Dang. Anyway, Mr. Powers, thank you so much for tonight.
Oh, it was nothing. I owe you one, so just my way of saying thanks, Peter.
I'm sorry, chat. I do not remember Powers' voice. It's probably gonna be like the exact same as Mo, to be honest. Hey, Nick, come on. It's time to get going to the lobby. There's a post-ceremony stage show that's supposed to start real soon.
And then, Peter, I heard there's gonna be a press conference after that.
A press conference? Is he going to make a speech about winning this year's prize?
Well, not exactly. Something about the Nickel Samurai confessing something.
Confessing? Sounds pretty serious. Nick, come on! You don't want us to be the last ones there, do you? Yeah, Mr. Nick, do you? Why me? The show doesn't even start for another 20 minutes. Yo, how are you, Powers? Oh my gosh. Thank you very much for inviting us today.
Oh, it was nothing, really. Guys like us don't get to come to a place like this often, so I thought I'd invite you all.
Hey, Mr. Powers, what have you been up to lately? Exactly.
Well, since the Pink Princess successfully wrapped up last month, I've been on a kids' exercise show, while wearing a rabbit mask over my face.
Oh, I see. Oh god, what's that? Did he do that sprite last game? I can't remember, but he looks like Monkey. Monkey!
I'm so really sorry about all the headache I caused you that time, Mr. Wright.
Ah, well, what's done is done, so let's forget about it. This is Will Powers. He's an action star. His popularity exploded when he was the Steel Samurai. And he was the first case Maya worked on with me. It's too bad you look scarier. People would know you were a real softie who was good with kids.
Thanks.
The Nickel Samurai. I can't believe they're going to make a movie based on the Nickel Samurai. I can't believe it either, but for a different reason. Steel Samurai. The Steel Samurai, an epic story of one hero in a desperate fight against his arch nemesis, the evil magistrate, in the city of Neo Old Tokyo. Nickel Samurai. It just looks like a bad knockoff. And last year they started a new series, the Nickel Samurai. The new series seemed to be a hit with the kids, too. Oh boy.
I'm really attached to the Steel Samurai as a show, so I was hoping that maybe I'd get the chance to do something in this new one.
Yeah, it's too bad. It'd have been awesome to see you with the new actor, Matt Ungard. He's super popular right now. Mr. Ungard? Looks like Pearls doesn't know who he is. This year, it's going to be the Nickel Samurai versus the Jammin' Ninja at the box office. Jammin' Ninja? Who's that again? Oh my gosh. Let's just learn everything. So who is this Jammin' Ninja again? Do you want a group? I've said of a group of what? He's a hero, duh. His symbol is the bright red guitar he's always carrying. A ninja who's always carrying around a bright red guitar? How does that even work? He really do be jamming though. With a scarf around his neck and a guitar in his hand, he rises to stardom in an ancient time. A ninja who becomes a star? Yeah, a ninja who becomes a star. That's awesome.
There's a strong rivalry between the two of them. Global Studios is Nickel Samurai, and Worldwide Studios is Jammin' Ninja. They even air at the same time.
You know what I heard? I heard those two don't get along at all. The Nickel Samurai's on guard, and the guy who plays Jammin' Ninja, I mean. The Nickel Samurai speaks French? Oh, you mean Matt Ungard, the actor. I guess even the World of Heroes isn't a sparkling happy place. On Roblox? I think it's alright. I should be fine for now.
Yeah.
Okay. Dude, can I present to you my attorney's badge? What photo? A glossy photo Maya pushed onto me. Oh. Interesting. Interesting that that's in the court record already. Hold on, can I look at the profiles? Will Powers! I love him. Oh my gosh. Dude, okay, let's move. Hallway. March 20th, Gatewater Hotel. Whoa, what is with this place? Looks like I've stumbled into Oz or something. Way in the back, there's a sign for the bathroom. Maybe I should visit it while I can before the show starts. Uh-oh, Phoenix in the bathroom. Okay, wait, do I have to examine it? Compared to the flowers on the other side of the hall, these are much more gorgeous. Let's see, record companies, fan clubs, company workers, family. Carrying all these flowers home would be hard, I think. Sign? There's toilets in each room in this hotel, but since all sorts of events are held here, there are bathrooms for people who aren't staying here to use as well. Perfect for people like me, who can't afford to stay here in the first place. Okay, wait, where do you want me to go? Here? There's a piece of paper taped to the door that says Matt on Guard's room. Matt on Guard? I've heard that name before. Oh, yeah, Maya's always yammering about him like the obsessed fan she is. Okay. What about this one? There's a piece of paper taped to the door that says Juan Carita's room. Juan Carita? His name just sounds like a star's name. I've heard it before, but I don't know anything about him at all. Okay, so... Water stuffed bears... Can't be... Okay, wait, what am I supposed to do here? Maybe go back?
Sounds like the post-ceremony show is about to start.
Alright, I'm so pumped. I wonder if he's going to show off his special move today. Nickel Samurai Smelting.
Actually, what I'm interested in, Peter, is the press conference.
You mean the big confession the Nickel Samurai's going to make after the show? So what is it? Don't you know what it's about, Mr. Powers?
Well, I'm not the Steel Samurai anymore, Peter, so I don't have any idea.
Bah.
Sorry. So I guess you are all going to the press conference then?
Yeah, of course.
If that's the case, then here, take these tickets so you can get in.
Alright, thank you, Will. Thank you very much. Well, let's get going to the Banana. Sorry, dude. The theme, I still vibe with the theme. It looks like it's over this way, Mr. Nick. I don't know why that was so hard for me to read. Okay, for great justice. Justice for all. Hey, hotel lobby. Thank you, mouse wheel. Nickel Samurai. Oh, man. Gatewater. Only a really gaudy hotel would have such a large, gaudy lobby to match. I don't know. It was weird just for me. You can't read. Nope. Hello, Corrupted A's 83833. Welcome. I think they're going to have their post-ceremony show over there. They're using a compact stage, I see. Ooh, I'm all ready to use my special samurai power. Maya looks like she's ready to start a fight.
Your attention, please. Your attention, please. The Nickel Samurai's post-ceremony stage show will not be held tonight due to unforeseen circumstances.
What? Why? Ow, you didn't have to pinch me. Pinch yourself if you don't believe it.
We are asking for everyone's cooperation at this time. So please stay where you are. This is a special request from the police.
Someone's dead. Someone died. Police? Did they just say the police?
Do you want me to go check out what's going on?
No! You stay right here, Will! You are not getting murdered! I will die if Mr. Powers is killed. Oh my god, I love him too much. Wait, I'll come with you. Okay. Freeze! You two! Didn't you hear the announcement just now? It just finished telling you not to move! That voice. I've heard that voice somewhere before. Honestly, youth these days can't be bothered to listen to other people when they talk. Just the other day, it was the same thing. There was a sign note. Oh. I'm not doing this. Well, this non-stop chatter. It can't be Miss Oldbag? Why are we getting all the samurai people back? What is it, you young whippersnappers? Do I know you? Wait, you're Powers, aren't you?
Yeah, that would happen back then.
You didn't even get nominated this year, did you? Oh, that's right. You're doing that children's exercise program trying to play nice.
Yeah, that's me. Thankfully, I still have a job.
I love that show, and you're a hoot. You're the Big Brother character, right? Yes, even with your face covered by mask, I know you're that giant rabbit. What a work hard, but that's how it is, you know? I mean, if you don't wear the mask, you don't know how many TVs you break. Really, a shame all those kids exercising around you. They're getting what they deserve. This is why I thought you shouldn't be anywhere. What are you doing here? See, I can read, Diamond. I can read.
Look at my uniform and tell me you can't tell I'm a member of security.
But that outfit.
Annoying nosy brats get the blaster.
Are you Eminem? Coming at you with supersonic speed, Miss Oldbag. What are you doing here, Wendy Oldbag? Miss Oldbag, what are you doing here? What happened to your position at Global Studios?
Oh, that old place. Well, since that incident, they've been letting people go. When they cut the security team, I got the pink slip.
What incident? What did you do?
I didn't do anything, you youngin'. Didn't you remember that incident a year ago? When this lady got on the witness stand and testified.
Oh, yeah.
And you, weren't you the one who was bullying me, this fragile girl at heart?
I plead the fifth.
But you know, I think maybe I rubbed the upper management the wrong way by testifying. Yes, that has to be it. Everything is all your fault.
Me?
I thought about being a bodyguard at first after being handed old Pinky.
You? A bodyguard? I would trust her with my life.
For your friend, that fiery, good-looking guy with the red jacket and the ruffles.
Edgeworth. Mr. Edgeworth.
For...
That sort of arrangement would be entirely too troublesome for me. Now that I know this guy is alive, I'm so happy. I'm so happy Edgeworth is not dead.
That's what he said to me. Now what did I ever do to deserve that?
Oh my god. So did something happen?
I don't have all the details, but it looks like another one of those incidents happened again.
An incident? Like a murder kind of incident?
Maybe. You see, I'm a bit of a devilish woman.
I could not tell. You seemed like an angel to me. Hello. You, says Gagna? For old bag? Come on.
So wherever I go, showers of blood are sure to follow. Bet you didn't know that.
Then shouldn't you quit being a security guard, at least for other people's sake?
Silent, whippersnapper!
Hey, Nick. What is it? I don't like that devilish smile playing on your lips. Then get it off of my lips. Whoa! I'm kidding. Let's make it. Let's make like we're going to the bathroom and check things out. No way. The police told us not to go in the room. Remember? Huh? How boring. You're such a boring guy. You've got no motivation, no spirit. Huh? What? What's going on? Are you giving Mystic Maya trouble again, Mr. Nick? Not you too, Pearls. Please don't stick your little nose into this one. So listen to this, Pearly. This one time at lawyer camp, Nick... Okay, I get it. Let's go take a look. Nick kissed a guy! Yay! I knew you couldn't say no to me, Nick. That's right. You'd walk over miles of hot coals for Mystic Maya, wouldn't you, Mr. Nick? That would be every time we work a case together. Well, what do we... I mean, I have defended Maya from an accusation of murder twice. If that's not shrimping, I don't know what is, alright? What are you waiting for? Let's go already. You can come along too, Pearly. Yeah, let's bring Pearl to the murder scene. Why not? Goody, I get to come. I guess we're going to go look at a murder scene or something. I guess we gotta go to the Viola Hall. Okay, March 20 Viola Hall. There's nothing really out of the ordinary here. Are you looking for the incident the old lady was talking about? Doesn't look like it happened here. We better go look somewhere else. Let's try. Excuse me. Oh God! What voice did I give the bellboy? I know it's the same bellboy. I know it. No, it is not the same bellboy. Who? Okay. Are you by chance Miss Maya Fey? Yeah, that's me. You have a phone call waiting for you at the front desk. A call? I wonder if it's someone from Crane Village. What's wrong, Miss Maya? Oh, nothing. You guys go on ahead and I'll be right there, okay? Don't die. Okay. Right this way, Miss Fey. This guy's to murderer. Yeah, he kind of looks like it. Hey, don't judge a book by its cover. Let's go look somewhere else now, Mr. Nick. Yeah, don't look at me through your fingers like that. It's really creepy. This is a little exciting and a little scary. Okay, hallway. Yeah, hallway. I told you. I get people the info they want, which means that I've got a right to know. Nope, don't care who you are, pal. We're still investigating, so you can't go in. What's your problem? Oh, it's Lotta.
Oh, Scruffy Detective, secret scandal revealed. You'll see, I get you back.
Those two sound pretty serious. That southern accent can only mean,
Hey, Rat.
hey, Lotta. This guy's like 99%.
Come on, do a gal a favor and tell this cop I'm just doing my job and I've got rats. Aw, you! Glash, what do you know about Glash? Aw, you!
Ah, Detective Gumshoe.
Hey, pal, help a guy out. Tell her that only the police are allowed here. This is the scene of a murder, so she should leave this to us pros.
A murder?
Aw, shoot me, my big mouth. See, I knew it. My gut instinct told me so. I always trust my gut. A murder, it said, and that's what it is. A genuine murder.
Please don't be a witness this time, Lotta.
Well, Glash, hey, wait. Yeehaw, a murder of a big star, no less.
Oh,
Go, man.
why was that swiper from Dora?
Glash, I'm in trouble now.
Alright, what happened? So, Detective Gumshoe, a murder? No, that's not it.
No, God. More Glash, that's not it. I got my facts mixed up for a second there, pal.
Mr. Nick, is the dead person the Nickel Samurai? Huh? Why'd you ask?
Well,
Mystic Maya was rooting for him, so...
It wasn't the Nickel Samurai that got bumped. Actually, the Nickel Samurai is the one under suspicion of doing the bumping off.
What?
The guy that died was this hero named the Jammin' Ninja, pal. The Jammin' Ninja. The Jammin' Ninja!
That woman with the big puffy hair that looks like cotton candy?
You mean Lotta?
That woman, she was there that time too, right? That time? When Mystic Maya did that channeling.
Oh, that time. Well, Lotta's a journalist, so that's why she was there.
Journalist.
It looks like she was hanging out here before the murder happened.
Hanging around?
Yeah, hiding and waiting in front of the Jammin' Ninja's door, pal.
But why would she?
She wouldn't tell me, pal. Just said something about getting my big scoop.
Scoop? What sort of news could she be after? So the victim was the Jammin' Ninja? Mr. Jammin' Ninja?
He was a really popular rival TV show to the Nickel Samurai.
Oh.
The victim was the action star, Juan Carita. He got a huge push and rode the express chain to stardom. I mean, even I know who he is.
Yeah, even I recognize his face.
But I heard lately that Matt on Guard's been taking the wind out of his sail. I'm telling you, pal, as far as who's popular, those two are hogging all the limelight.
I guess there's no space for Mr. Powers at all, huh? Poor guy. Mr. On Guard, that's the Nickel Samurai, right?
Hey, yup. I mean, no! You've got to say it with more oomph. The Nickel Samurai.
Anyway, now that Juan Carita's gone, that means Mr. On Guard has the whole stage to himself, wouldn't you say?
Oh, I wouldn't bet on it, pal. We can't have that happen, you know?
Can't have that happen. Wonder what that's supposed to mean, I wonder. Probably because they think he did it. So we gotta be Matt On Guard's, defense attorney. Okay, his name is Matt. My name is Matthew. I like this guy already. He's an actor. I do a little bit of acting. I like this guy already. Let's go. Big Pogs. Oh, were we supposed to present... Oh, were we supposed to present the attorney's badge to Gumshoe, maybe? He likes drugs. Okay. Hiya! Would you take a look at this for me?
Listen, pal, I'm not leaking any info about the evidence to you this time.
Oh, man, those instant noodles down at the discount market. No, Gumshoe. I'm sorry, I don't want to harm your salary, bro. So, to Mr. On Guard from the Global Studios staff. Ah, it'd be nice if lawyers got flowers too. Something like, to Mr. Wright from all your grateful clients. That'd be nice. Yeah, nothing. Maybe this? Okay. So, are we just supposed to go find Maya? Oh! Okay. I'm not a real fan of action shows or anything, but I know who Juan Carita and Matt On Guard are. You can't talk about one without talking about the other, I guess. They even debuted around the same time. They have this real fiery rivalry with each other.
Kinda like you and me, pal.
I never knew he thought of me as a rival.
Yo, Gumshoe, Gumshoe, Gumshoe.
Age question mark, question mark, question mark. I'm pretty sure her real name is Wendy Oldbag. That's funny. Was on bad terms with On Guard. Popular young actor. Is rival of the round. Okay. Cool. I like this guy already. The Nickel Samurai, he really took the Grand Prix tonight. Maya's a big fan of this. Really? Oh, I'm sorry then. Why are you sorry? Man on guard was just arrested, pal. On suspicion of murdering Juan Carita. What? Now we gotta talk. Arrested? Why was Mr. On Guard arrested? Sorry, pal, but that's not something I can tell you. We just started the investigation, so we don't want any leaks. Looks like yet another Steel Samurai hero is in hot water. Mr. Nick, if Mystic Maya knew about this... Yeah, I know. She'd make me take this case. I know. She really would make me... do I take the case? Like, let's just... Why not? Let's go try to find Maya. Hotel lobby. Oh, dot. Gate water.
Hey, so what's going on? Peter.
Oh, it looks like Juan Carita's been killed. What? It looks like he was murdered and a suspect was arrested. That suspect is Mr. Matt On Guard.
You're joking, right?
Nope, they arrested that Nickel Samurai on suspicion of murdering the Jammin' Ninja.
Ugh, not again. I feel sick.
Hey, at least you're not the one under arrest this time, Will. Look on the bright side, man. Again? About a year ago, something just like this happened, Pearls.
I still can't believe.
No way. No way Matt would... Huh? What's Mr. Powers got in his hand? Oh, before I forget, this is for you, Mr. Wright. I got this from the bellboy that came by earlier. Radio transceiver? Huh. I forgot that he was arrested. Yeah, this guy was the defendant of the third case from the first game. For me, but why? I don't know. All he said was it was for Mr. Phoenix Wright, the attorney. Matt and Juan. Matt is the most energetic and active actor out there right now. The Nickel Samurai really sealed his place as a pop star idol, but he kept... Whoa, that's a new sprite! He kept adding fuel to the fire of his rivalry with Juan anyway. Mr. Juan, he's the Jammin' Ninja, right? Those two would butt heads over everything they could think of. But I'd say that Matt was the one who almost always came out on top. I guess some people only know how to relate to others by butting heads like a ram. Juan said that he'd take Matt on this time too, so he joined a rival TV show. And that was the Jammin' Ninja? The stylish Nickel Samurai and the burning Jammin' Ninja. Well, things turned out messy real fast with those two using their shows for their war. And the final tally. Look around. It's pretty obvious how things ended up. Matt even won the Grand Prix this year. The final win over his rival, I guess. Mr. On Guard was going to hold a press conference, wasn't he? That's what I heard. Though, if you wanted to get technical about it, it was the Nickel Samurai's conference. The Nickel Samurais? Yeah, he was supposed to wear his costume and give the press conference that way. He was going to be in costume? But why? I'm not sure. They don't keep me in the loop anymore. I was just wondering, where's Mystic Maya? She's been gone a long time. Now that she mentions it, Maya was only going to answer a phone call. Maybe she got lost. I'll take a quick look around for her. Dude, she's gonna get lost too. That's funny. That's almost funny. Beep, beep, beep. Ah! What is it, Mr. Nick? Huh? I'm not sure. It's coming from this transceiver. Beep. Yes, hello? Right here. Is this Mr. Phoenix Wright, the attorney? And you are? You don't need to know who I am. I think you have other things to be concerning yourself with, such as... Help! Nick! Mystic Maya! Maya? So, Mr. Wright, wouldn't you agree that the more important issue is the fate of the girl? Her fate? Does he mean what I think he means? Oh, Jesus. Maya, where are you? Are you hurt? Come, now. Don't fall apart on me yet. No! This can't be! Now that I have your attention, Mr. Attorney, I have a modest proposal for you. If you do what I require, then I will be able to return your valuable item unharmed. Bro, objectifying women? Kinda wacky. What is this called again in your fancy lawyer terms? Kidnapping for ransom. Yes, that's it. This is a kidnapping. Bro! Why did the music just suddenly kick in, bro? What the? I'm grooving. What? I got. Hey, what's going on? Okay. What's up, bro? I'm having a good time. Heck yeah. Okay. Oh, imagine if Edgeworth kidnapped her? Oh, he'd never. Dude, why is the music kicking in? Ah, Mystic Maya. It's me and Pearl. My sight, everything's fading away. Maya's been kidnapped. Are you there? Mr. Attorney, are you there? How much? How much do you want? Very good, Mr. Attorney. I'm glad you have such a good grasp of the situation. Hurry up and state your condition, and then return Maya. Money is not what I seek. What? What I want is a certain verdict. I would like a complete acquittal. Complete acquittal? What in the world have you done to need... I am not the person you will be representing. What? You are currently at the Gatewater Hotel, are you not? And I know that a murder has just taken place there. Juan Carrito was killed and the suspect is Matt on guard. You are, as expected, quite on top of things, Mr. Attorney. Now then, what I want is very simple. Oh, Doggy's been a posture. Thank you, Doggy. Put your bone. I want you to obtain a complete acquittal for Matt on guard. Matt on guard? But why? He did not kill anyone. I can attest to that. However what? However, someone is framing him for the murder. A very smart someone who is setting him up to take the fall. If I agree and do what he wants, can I believe he'll keep his end of the bargain? You are, of course, at liberty to take me at my word or not. However, there is one thing you can take as fact. Right now, your very precious item is with me in my possession. Hey, help! Nick! Maya! Oh my god, you have 2 days! Of course, tonight, he will be in questioning with the police, but the trial is in 2 days. At that trial, you will win a not guilty verdict. Remember, you only have one chance. One chance, Mr. Attorney. One? You expect me to get a not guilty verdict in one trial day? Yes, exactly. I don't believe I was wrong in choosing you, so don't let me down. Ah! Oh yes, that's right. Now that I am playing the role of the kidnapper, I can't pass up this chance to say, and don't even think about calling the cops. Not great, but you get the idea. Damn it! Who the hell are you? Very well, I'll tell you that much. My name is... The Killer. He's literally the killer. Chat. He's literally the killer. What? Beep. Well then. Mr. Nick, where's Mystic Maya? She's been kidnapped. No, it's all my fault. If only I'd gone Mystic Maya. It's not your fault, Pearls. But it is, Mystic Maya. Weh. Mr. Wright, I think we should tell the police what's going on. No, we can't do that. If we do, who knows what will happen to Maya. Mr. Nick, what about the detective we saw earlier? Detective Gumshoe! Yes, that's it. Wait here, I'll be right back. Alright, I'll take care of Pearl while you're away. Good freaking job, Mr. Powers. I love you. What? Ransom? Shh, not so loud. The ransom is complete acquittal for Matt on guard.
Wait, the deal is complete acquittal in exchange for Maya, you mean? Then this means Matt on guard is obviously the killer, pal. No doubt about it.
I don't like the guy who kidnapped Maya's calling her a thing. Yeah, very wacky, bro. But the guy said that Matt on guard is innocent. You really believe what a kidnapper tells you, pal? I guess he has a point. If on guard really is innocent, then why the kidnapping? And on top of everything else, there's all this evidence we keep finding. Huh? The forensics team's having a field day back there. But it's strange. There's so much evidence that it feels like something's wrong. There's too much evidence? Is that possible? Actually, didn't the kidnapper say something about on guard being set up? Anyway, looks like you won't be leaving here tonight, pal. Just sit tight and cooperate with the investigation. Tomorrow you can start yours. Alright. Isn't there another way? We've also got to be careful about pushing the kidnapper the wrong way. You're right. Dude, why is the song jamming so hard? Holy cow. Date, time, and location? All unknown. Why did they even bother showing it to us? Who knows? Is it Maya? Oh, it is. Ow, my head. Yo, Maya can get drunk off of her gourd while she's there, though. Where am I? I wonder if I'm still in the hotel. What happened to me? Nick, Pearly. Come on, you guys. This isn't funny anymore. Click. I see you have awoken. Yes. Ah, it is me, the killer. Ah, who are you? Me. I am known as the killer. The killer? You mean like an assassin? I'm too young to die. Don't worry. You are not my targets. For now, anyway. You did know it. Yeah, it was kind of obvious, though. I literally said it. True. Ah, Nick, where are you? Help me. Yes, that's right. Only one person can save you now, and that is Mr. Phoenix Wright. Huh? What? Nick's going to save me? Calm down and be a good girl. Think of this as a business transaction. A business transaction? I am going to contact him now. I hope you'll cooperate and play your assigned role well. Nick, what's going to happen to me? Nick, Pearly, sis. Help us, Mia. We need this. Is this Mr. Phoenix Wright, the attorney? You don't need to know who I am. I think you have other things to be concerning yourself with, such as... Yup, there we go. Bro, this has got intense really fast. Right in Cola offices, baby. Good morning. Ah, morning, Pearls. Mr. Nick, come on, let's hurry and go see Mr. On Guard. We have to wait a bit, Pearls. Visiting hours don't start until 9 a.m., so... Oh, I see. Mystic Maya, if only I'd gone with you. Dude, if you had gone with her, you both would have been kidnapped, alright? Don't at me like that. She's been like this since last night. We managed to get home somehow yesterday evening, thanks to Detective Gumshoe gently holding her by the hand and leading her here. But by the looks of it, I don't think Pearl's got any sleep at all last night. Mr. Nick, Mystic Maya, she's alright, right? Yeah, she's alright. Either way, I'm going to save her. You can trust me on that. Please, help her. I'm only able to stay this calm and collected because Pearls is doing the crying for the both of us. Nick is not dead. Are you kidding me? I have a thought. Oh, okay, you're gonna represent, I don't have a choice, but what if he is the real murderer? Dude, if we had a client that was actually the murderer, crazy. It's never happened before. Would you fight to get a not guilty for a murderer to save Mystic Maya? Dang, that is an important question in this game. Oh man, that's a heavy question. Pearls, let's talk to Mr. On Guard first, okay? We can think all the bad things we want, but it doesn't change a thing. Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry. I can't stop thinking about it. Maya's situation. Pearls, you're really worried about Maya, aren't you? I don't have anyone else left in this world. What do you mean? My family's all gone. Her family? My father, he left my mother in the village behind and went away. I'm sorry. My mother, she did that thing all for me. Mystic Maya, she's like a sister to me. She is all I have left in this world. Oh my god. Don't put so much pressure on me. Holy cow. Okay. I guess we gotta go to the detention center. March 20. Okay, 8:57. Detention center. Visitor's room. We couldn't wait for visiting hours to start, so Pearls and I came down here early to visit one Nickel Samurai charged with the murder of the Jammin' Ninja. Dude, what if On Guard is literally just like, yeah, I did it. I killed him. What's up? How's it going, man? It's me, Matt On Guard, the murderer. Good morning. How are you today? ... I know the situation might be a little tough for you. ... We're... Ugh, sorry, dude. I already signed up. Excuse me? I already have life insurance. I signed up a long time ago because my job is, you know. Oh, no. We're not insurance salespeople. Really? Dude, I really don't need that right now either. Huh? Fire extinguishers. I mean, this building isn't my house, so... No. We're not here to sell you fire extinguishers either. I'm a lawyer. My name is Mr. Phoenix Wright. A lawyer? Hold on a sec. Oh, I'm gonna ask my manager, okay? Oh my god, dude. He's like Doppio from JoJo Ventura. The Nickel Samurai sure is a strange person, isn't he? They didn't take that cell phone? He's literally got a cell phone. They didn't take that? I think strange is an understatement. Sorry about that. You're just in time. Huh? You're a lawyer dude, right? My manager's looking for a good one right now, so how about it? Mr. Nick, this is our chance. I have to make him let me take his case. I have to. Present my badge. Mr. On Guard, this is an attorney's badge. Dude, I'm sorry, but I don't have the free time to be looking at things like that. Huh? I'm much too busy with Nickel Samurai stuff right now. I don't have time to take a lawyer's correspondence course. Why does he believe I'm a salesman? Insurance, then extinguishers, now this. Okay. Matt On Guard. Sorry to intrude, but I would like to ask you a few personal questions. That's okay, but dude, my autobiography's coming out soon, so if I say stuff without the publisher's approval, then I'm gonna be in real hot water. Oh my god, he's calling his publisher. Hold on a sec, I'm gonna ask my publisher, okay? Wow, this guy is a little bit full of himself, kinda, but you know, not as bad as Maximilian Galactica. Mr. On Guard is so lucky, he has so many people he can talk to. I don't know if he actually has anyone he can really talk to. Dang. Sorry about that. Like I thought, the publisher said it'd be real bad if I said anything, dude. Does he have a mind of his own? Mr. On Guard, I would like to ask you about the murder. Oh, are you covering this for a tabloid as a side job, dude? Well, if you want my statement on this, you should ask through my staff. No, I'm not asking you on behalf of a tabloid. Oh my gosh, this is gonna be a running gag. Hold on a sec, I'm gonna ask the president of the studio, okay? Oh my god. Is he alright, Mr. Nick? If we're talking about Mr. On Guard's brain here, I wouldn't put my money on it. Sorry about that. The studio president said, even Neo Mount Fuji himself knows that I'm not the murderer. Mr. Nick, what's Neo Mount Fuji? It's a mountain in the city of Neo, Tokyo, the city of the Nickel Samurai protects. Oh boy, present this. The killer? Mr. Nick, what are you gonna do with that? I don't know yet, but I figured I could at least show it to him. Is that a transceiver? Hey, it looks like a real nice one too. I got it as a present from someone. Huh? Interesting. I've also been instructed to take your case. Is that what you heard from the transceiver? Yes. Dude, that's terrible. Don't let some disembodied voice boss you around. This is coming from a man with a cell phone on his wrist. Oh, okay. No, I guess not. Should I present the Magatama? Are you hiding anything? Okay. Okay, sure. Not up for sale. Sir. Okay. Sure. What's that? It's a ticket for the press conference. You were going to give one after winning the Grand Prix, right? Me? Yeah, well, you were in costume, no less. I never heard anything like that, dude. I only heard about the stage show. I always leave that kind of stuff to my manager. He didn't know? That's odd. Well, dude, I think it's about time for me to get going. Please, wait. I really need to take your case. There's always other people in need of a lawyer, right? Want me to introduce you to a few? Please let Mr. Nick represent you. Man, oh man, lawyers these days. Now you dudes use kids to pull you in your clients too? If you don't take me as your lawyer, then the killer is going to... Wait, what did you just say? The killer. The killer? What's he doing? He looks like he's mulling something over. Alright, dude. I accept your terms. Huh? I'll let you represent me in court. We did it! We did it, Mr. Nick! Yeah. I don't feel any better for it, and he doesn't look too happy either. Go ahead, ask me anything. I'll help out as much as I can. Alright, he seems... He's a little bit cell phony, but he doesn't seem like a bad guy. Man, I think my lucky stars if people know my name. Well, you're quite the hero, and you're in the national spotlight. I didn't know who he is. Does that mean I'm not a good citizen? Oh my gosh. What's up, Vam? How's it going? It's really great to be the Nickel Samurai. Dude, lately I just keep on getting more and more popular. True enough. The Nickel Samurai is very popular among high schoolers and secretaries right now. I guess Mr. On Guard has a way of catching the eyes of women. Do you know my motto? Refreshing like a spring breeze. That's what I am. A spring breeze? That's why this kind of scandal is disastrous, dude. I mean, even if I get out of here tomorrow, it's still gonna look bad. But everyone loves a good scandal. Oh man. Can you tell me about your activities last night? And after I got the award, I took a break and went back to my room. I had that post-ceremony stage show to do, so I was in my Nickel Samurai costume. Wait, so we did know about it? And you were alone the entire time? My manager was running around being busy, so yeah. Because of the press conference you were supposed to hold after the show. I told you, dude, I have no idea about any press conference, alright? Oh, wait, no, the after show and the press conference are two different things. Okay. That's strange, I thought the Nickel Samurai was going to confess something. Anyway, when I was leaving my room, that's when I noticed it was kind of noisy. Mr. Kurita was already dead at that time? Yeah, that's what I gathered away from my manager. I'm beginning to gather that this guy can't do a thing on his own. And that's when the detective in the green coat showed up. He searched me, and then out of the blue, the dude arrested me. Yo, Vam, banned for 9 trillion seconds. About you and the victim, Mr. Juan Kurita, what sort of... That's got nothing to do with anything, dude. Man, with that face of his, you can't even tell he's the same age as me. And he wanted to try and make a Jam Ninja movie, even though we all know it'd fail. The Nickel Samurai still won in the end, right? Yeah, I took the Grand Prix by storm. So why would I, the winner, have any reason to kill the guy anyway? Dude, you'd think it'd be the other way around, you know? That is very true. Why would the winner kill the loser? Do you know why you were arrested? I guess maybe my full body search went badly. Did they find something on you? They found a button from the Jammin' Ninja's costume. A button? I don't get it either. It was caught in the pleats of my samurai pants, or hakama. Hakama? Hakama? I don't know. Ah! Dude, I really think someone planted it there, though. I'm serious. I wonder if that's just what really happened. I guess this is about all I'm going to get out of him. Mr. Nick? Yeah? Let's ask one last thing. Let's test Mr. On Guard to see if he really is innocent or not. We can do that? Yes. If you use this. Maya's Magatama! He won't be able to hide any secrets from you, Mr. Nick. I'm sure of it. I get it. Mr. On Guard, I'd like to ask you one more question. Please answer me honestly. What is it, dude? Did you kill Mr. Juan Kurita? He's gonna call. Please put the phone away and answer this question yourself. Alright, just so we're clear, dude. Okay, I didn't kill anyone, and that includes Juan Kurita, okay? Cyclops? No Cyclops! No Cyclops! Well, Mr. Nick? Nothing. Not a chain or lock in sight. Which means it's alright to trust him. Yeah, it does appear that way. Well, at least I can breathe a sigh of relief knowing my client is innocent. The trial's tomorrow, right? I'm counting on you, dude. I don't know if you guys noticed, but I'm trying to make him kind of sound like XQC. I don't know why. It just kind of fit for me. Alright, let's save. Farewell, my turnabout. Ooh, farewell, my turnabout. Ooh! Chat. I'm so excited for this chapter. Right into the offices. Well, at least we were able to get Mr. Mount on guard as our client. And we know that he didn't do it, which is very important. So now what should we do? Well, the trial is tomorrow, and we only get this one chance. There's only one way to prove Mr. On Guard's innocence. We have to find the real killer. Okay, then let's start looking. Okay, Powers, are you here? Oh God. Alright.
Hey, what do you think you're doing? You can't come in without...
Good morning.
Hold on, it's you! What is going on around here? Iron 4-1 was killed, is that true? It's a bad rerun is what this is. Another Steel Samurai doing the most evil of deeds.
You know, that's not entirely...
I'll have you know that I was a huge fan of Juan's. Oh why do all the stars I'm interested in drop one by one like flies?
Bro, and they even were saying Edgeworth was dead too. That's funny.
It's always been that way. Ever since I was a little girl, the class everything was fun until it came to the time. The other kids started calling me Green Weeper. I swear that's what they told me. Whoever your name is, you said that meant I thought.
Actually, I wanted to ask you about the murder and what happened. Oh, hello, Rooster. You came in at just the right time.
Don't push me, boy.
Mr. Nick, I couldn't hear everything she said because she was talking too fast. Miss Oldbag, could you please speak a little slower?
Don't must be running back here, smarty pants.
Rooster, we're back. The victim.
My dear Hammer died a year ago in that dreadful murder. And only recently did I finally find a star that makes this heart go ba-dump again.
I don't know what to say.
I ask you, why does every star I cheer for always end up kicking the bucket?
Genshin Impact ad? I already have the game.
I want your words! No one's going to get it with this saying anything about my Juan!
But I haven't said anything.
Well, I don't believe a word that woman says anyway.
Huh? What woman?
That irritating backwater girl with the afro and the horrible country accent. I mean, what is that manner of speaking supposed to be? And why does she never stop? Honestly, women these days, they don't know the meaning of when I was a young man, I was so beautiful in the flowers of field with the stars and the flowers and the stars and moments are...
Pearls, are you thirsty? A little. Okay, I'll go get you some juice or something. Thank you very much.
Hey, are you paying attention? Youngins today.
So I'm guessing Miss Oldbag heard everything from Lotta. Whew, oh my god. I want to ask you about what happened around the time of the murder.
Yeah, I don't know anything about that. I was here getting ready.
Getting ready for what?
The show, of course. Well, and the press conference afterward.
By the way, she has a ring on. What? I skipped that accidentally.
Anyway, I don't know anything about the murder.
I see.
But...
Huh?
But if you're talking about what I saw, that's different. I saw it fairly clearly.
What?
I saw the most important moment of the night.
Oh my god, she's gonna be a witness again. Gosh darn it. The most important moment? You don't mean she seems like a Karen? It's Miss Oldbag, bro.
Oh, so now you treat me with respect, you disrespectful child. When you ask to speak to your elders, you should always be polite. Really, kids today.
Please tell me, what did you see? Psych lock time! Psych lock time! 4?
The murder last night was gruesome, wasn't it? But then, what murder isn't?
Please don't stray onto another tangent, please.
If you want to hear more, then show your respect and bring this lady a present.
Crap, dude. Oh my gosh. Huh. Okay. I guess we'll just look somewhere else before we have enough stuff for, thank you, Vam, for italicizing your message. What if you asked, are you racist, and then the locks appear? That's so funny. Looks like the investigation is still in full swing. Hotel staff and the police are running around like a bunch of headless chickens. I wonder if we can do any investigating on our own in this kind of atmosphere. Well, gotta roll up the sleeves and try, I guess. Hallway. You see, I knew Will Powers' voice would make me yawn. I knew it would happen.
Yay! You're there! You're here! Been waiting for you, Mr. Lawyer.
Lotta.
Hey, Mr. Copfella, this thing showed his face.
What?
Arrest him, put him on trial, find him guilty, give him the death penalty.
What's wrong, Lotta? Are you feeling alright?
Looked here and looked there and left at the mountain, but it ain't here. So why don't you just hurry up and give it back to me, you creep?
What are you looking for?
My camera! Camera! It's my lifeblood. I'm gonna die without my $700 camera.
Your camera?
Look, don't lots of people say the criminal always go back to the scene of the crime? And looky, here you are.
Yep, here I am, faced with a lot of trouble. Huh? It was a pun, Pearl. So you lost your camera?
It ain't no ordinary camera. You buy it in a store and it's $1,600 brand new.
Huh? But didn't you just say you bought it for $700?
I had a nice long talk with the guy at the store. About 5 hours, I reckon. I made this itty bitty scratch on it and the manager got all huffed up in the face. He gave me his talking to and was real mean about it too. He done made me cry at that.
When did you lose your camera?
Last night after the murder happened. Must have been when I was busy running around looking into things. That's when I lost sight of my dear, darling, expensive sweetie.
Lotta, what did you capture with that expensive camera of yours?
I don't rightly know. I snapped a shot of anything that caught my eye, so I don't remember. And besides, I couldn't get anything from my big scoop.
I wonder if Lotta's missing camera is even connected to the murder. I bet it is. I bet it is. Lotta, please tell us what you know about what happened at the time of the murder.
Well, from before the ceremony last night, I was hanging around here in this area. Yeah, actually, I was here until the time Mr. Engar was arrested.
What were you doing here?
You sure went to school, city boy. Where a lot of heart goes, there's a story to be found. A big scoop to be had.
A big scoop?
I told you before, I'm gonna be the best tabloid photographer the world's ever seen. Breaking course, that means I'm always looking for the perfect shot.
I wonder what scoop she was after this time.
Although, I was a little on the lookout for the other stars that were here. So, maybe I wasn't here the entire time.
Why is her voice making me yawn too? Ran for dear life. Right? Lotta, are you sure you weren't here the entire time? So you can take a picture of your big scoop?
Well, maybe I was, but that's what real journalists do. I got some juicy inside info, so I thought to myself, why not get a picture for proof?
What kind of story was it that you had to hang around here?
More Psyche-Locks.
Only two.
Oops, sorry, Mr. Lawyer. Can't be telling you that. Trade secret, you know.
Not again. Why does everyone have something to hide? We've been stopped, haven't we?
Haha, yeah, take that, Mr. Lawyer.
I'm glad someone around here is happy. Miss Lotta and your I rule smile. Okay. Maybe we gotta go back. Whoa, on guard's room. What's in on guard's room? Sword, some food. Where are we? We're in Mr. Matt on guard's dressing room. This is our client's room. Might I help you with something? Is it the killer? Oh. We're... Oh, you're hot. You're Mr. Enguarde's lawyer, correct? I gathered as much. I also looked for lawyers on my end, but to no avail. How did you know I'm his lawyer? You were just saying that he was your client. In a situation like this, the only person who would use such a word would be his lawyer. Wow! It's a simple deduction, really. The trial is tomorrow, and Mr. Enguarde's situation is looking rather grim. So you came here, one stop in your mad dash, to find clues to build this case, correct? Well, you're not totally right, but you're not totally off either. It's really not the time to be showing off, Mr. Nick. I am Adrian Andrews. I hate to waste time, so let's get down to business. Alright. She may be of small stature, but appearances can be deceiving. So, when you run out of Ace Attorney games, I recommend the Nonary series. That's the last of the popular visual novel. What is Nonary? What is it about? Night of the murder. I assume the first thing you need to know is what everyone was doing that night, correct? Yes, that is correct. Then I'll tell you. Before the award ceremony... What is that card? Hey! Oh, gosh, I was trying to click on the card. Why do I click on stuff and skip dialogue? In this very room, I might add. Dinner? What did you eat? I told you, I hate to waste time with trifling details. If you take a look at the table yourself, you wouldn't need to ask me. I bet she's a lot of fun at parties. When the award show was starting, I headed for Viola Hall. And after the show ended, you came back to this room? No, I had some small errands to run. I helped with the preparations in the lobby. Oh, preparations for the post-ceremony show, I guess. When it was time for the post-ceremony show, I came back to call for Mr. Enguarde. After that, I went to visit Mr. Kurita. And that's when you found his body, isn't it? Oh, you really held strong through everything. Yeah, she does seem to be mentally tough as nails. So, about you and... Stop right there. You weren't seriously about to ask how Mr. Enguarde and I are related, are you? Sorry. I have no idea how he could choose you as his lawyer. Why did you have to go and say something like that? 999? I have no clue, mister. I really don't. Mr. Nick, calm down and hang in there. I'll give you a shoulder rub to relieve your stress later, alright? Chat, don't even. Not a word, chat. Not a word. I already gave you my name earlier, but I guess I'll add that I'm Mr. Enguarde's manager. His manager? Speaking of managers, did the victim Mr. Kurita have one? No, he did not. He didn't? Global Studios has a very different policy from Worldwide Studios, in that Worldwide Studios does not assign individual managers to their stars. I see. This industry is very ruthless and unforgiving. Actually, you look quite ruthless and unforgiving yourself to your poor partner. dragging a little girl like her to places like this, honestly. You're wrong! I'm doing this to help Mystic Maya! Pearls, calm down and hang in there. I'll buy you a juice later, alright? Dude, they support each other. She's my partner in crime. I mean, injustice. Okay. So, I liked her theme. It was like, burn, 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 burn. Oh, dear God. Mr. Nick, where are we? The Monokuma room, I guess. Oh my God, we're in Mr. Juan Kurita's room, Pearls. Mr. Kurita? The victim, which makes this the crime scene, too. Oh, it's you. So, what's happened? The kidnapper, has he contacted you again? Not yet. He probably won't until we win Mr. Engarde's acquittal. You doing okay, pal? Hanging in there? I just want Maya to be alright. We don't have a lot of time left, but I'm going to help you as much as I can, pal. Can you do that, even if we want to take a look around the crime scene? Just this once. Special circumstances, right, pal? I'll even tell you everything I know, but you gotta keep freaking Gumshoe! Oh my God, dude. It's my Nick on the line here. Thank you. Oh, that's right. I got you guys a map of the hotel, pal. Here you go, little missy. Wow, you're giving it to me? Thank you. Wouldn't you want to get lost in a hotel too big for its own good? Mr. Nick, I got a map. That's great, Pearls. But Mr. Nick, I can't read what it says. What's up? I'm Pearl. I'm 8 years old, and I never fucking learned how to read. Wait, is Pearl 8? I could have sworn she was 8, right? Chat, the memory. We love it. Let's read some of the other... Okay, so this got updated. Did it? I can't remember. Adrian Andrews, Engarde's manager. She might be the killer. We have a lot of, you know. You know what the cause, what was the cause of death? Oh, well, technically the final autopsy report isn't out yet, but one look at the victim should tell you, pal. It should? Yeah, here's a picture. Okay. There's a knife in his chest. Okay. Looking around for anything suspicious. So, right away, I think that tomato juice or whatever the heck is sus. Because everything else on the table was thrown off and smashed, but this is still up. Which makes me think that it was put there after everything was smashed. Yeah, pal, that's the murder weapon. So he was stabbed to death. They're looking at the fingerprints down at the lab right now. There were fingerprints on the knife? Yep. And it looks like they're pretty sure they're on Mr. Engarde's prints, pal. That's bad. Real bad. Oh, boy. Reason for arrest. Why was Mr. Engarde arrested? Because we had evidence on him. Evidence? It looks like the victim, Juan Kurita, really put up a big fight. That's true enough. Yeah, one look at the crime scene and you can tell. There's signs of a struggle everywhere. Well, yeah. During the fight, his button came off. Mr. Engarde said something about a button. Something like one of the Jammin' Ninja's buttons got caught in his hakama? Okay. Hakama. Yeah, okay. But that's not all. What? There was a witness, pal. A witness? Who is it? That lady, Miss Oldbag. Please, anyone but her. The prosecution has plenty of evidence to make a solid case. Not to mention there's something around where the victim was at a little off. Something that's a little off. As in? As in, that's for you to figure out, pal. Alright, let's try to figure it out, Mr. Nick. Let's do it. I think it's gotta be the juice, right? Chat, we're gonna get the juice. Okay, the juice. It's a beautiful wine glass and there's tomato juice in it. Ew, tomato juice. I don't really like it much. There's a bottle of it on the table over there. That's probably where this came from. Doesn't it seem weird? What seems weird? I mean, everything else is scattered all over the floor. She's right. The flower vase was broken and the makeup was strewn everywhere. Why is this glass the only thing that's still alright? No sign it's been drank. Maybe it's blood. Ooh. Okay. Guitar? This is a guitar case, I guess. A little beat up, but still usable. That's strange. The guitar is not here. Maybe he forgot to bring it to the show? But Mystic Maya, she said the bright red guitar was the Jammin' Ninja signature item. That's true. Huh? This guitar case is wet, but it's only wet on the top of the lid. Yeah, there's no water inside the case. This is water, isn't it? Oh, God. Okay. Interesting. Bottles of cosmetics are scattered all over the floor. Probably where Mr. Kurita fought his assailant. What are these bits of glass from? A flower vase, maybe? There are flowers on the floor, but I don't know what they are. You don't know much about flowers, do you, Mr. Nick? Okay. So I'm wondering, what's with the wine glass, Gumshoe? So about this wine glass. Yeah, so you noticed it, Pale. The whole crime scene was a mess, but this glass was the only thing that was untouched. You noticed that too, Detective Gumshoe? No, actually, Miss Von Karma noticed it first. Yeah, Pearls noticed it before me, too. Hey, wait a minute. So does that mean Miss Von Karma's here at the hotel? Yeah, she's around. Man, you're gonna be in so much trouble, Pale. Especially if she catches you in here. Well, you can bet the instant I'll see her, I'll be running the 1,000-meter dash. Oh! Oh! Kidnapper PogChamp! What's that noise, Mr. Nick? I've heard this sound somewhere before. It's Miss Von Karma. Oh, I thought it was the kidnapper. What if Miss Von Karma is the kid? No, we already met the. Okay. Huh? For some reason, whenever I hear that sound, she pops out of nowhere and whips me. Come to think of it, that's exactly what happened the last time. Sorry, I've got to make myself scarce. Later, pal. Ow! Yes. Yes! At last, you reveal your true nature. Mr. Phoenix Wright. Oh my gosh, bro. Why is this so intense right now? Bro, it literally just... Dude, why is the music just ramping up so hard in this last chapter? Would it be too much to ask you to be nice to me for a change? So you're the type to steal information from pitifully hopeless detectives. That's very dishonorable of you. Ow! Hey, don't you dare run away, scruffy Mr. McTrenchcoat. I didn't think the detectives of this country could be this pitiful. Detective, come over here for a second. Yo! Oh, man. I'm so jealous. I mean, I feel better knowing at least you were man enough to face your punishment. He was so scared he just froze up on the spot. Mr. Phoenix Wright, you have soiled my perfect prosecution record. I'll never forget that. Oh my god. This time, victory is mine. Victory is yours? Is that all this means to you? What? That's a dot. That's a dot. Come, Scruffy. The investigation briefing is about to begin. Yes, sir. This isn't over yet. I swear on my family's honor. Bro, she's literally a Togami. I'm not even gonna cap, chat. She's literally Byakuya. Ow! Now what did she throw at me now? What is this? What? Well, I guess this means I gotta get back to the precinct now, pal. If you ever need me, come down to the Criminal Affairs Department, alright? And if you can, try not to let Miss Von Karma see you. So, what was that she just gave us? Did she just give us evidence? Because I'm so confused about... Okay. Alright. Examine. Oh, it's on the table. Okay. Mr. Nick, what's this piece of paper? It's called an autograph. Autograph? The paper's got Mr. Kurita's name written on it, so it's his autograph. I can't read it at all. To be honest, I've never seen writing that looks like this. It's a special way of writing called cursive. Look here. See how it says, "To my dearest Wendy" in more normal letters here? This is sloppy, unreadable writing. It's crazy and cruel to give this to someone. Hold on. Wendy. I've heard that name somewhere before. It's Old Bag. Oh my god, chat. Okay. Hey, Lotta. I'm gonna go into On Card's room because... Oh, I like her theme so much. Okay. Bop. Did you know the victim, Mr. Kurita? Yes, I knew him. The world is such a small place after all. Did you know about his rivalry with the Nickel Samurai? Honestly, they were like children when it came to that. Time and time again, those two competed with each other over the most trivial things. Why does she have like an ocean card? That's so weird. Is that her like business card? If either one of them wasn't so stubborn, then maybe no one would have needed to die. I've got a hunch that this woman knows more than she's letting on. She must know why Juan Carito was killed. Okay. Does she have a Magatama? Motive for murder. Do you have any ideas as to why Mr. Carito was murdered? Why would you ask me about such a thing? I'm just doing my job. So do you have any ideas? More Cyclops! Oh my god. Miss Andrews? Sorry, but there's nothing more I have to add to this conversation. Is it a Cyclops, Mr. Nick? Yes, there's getting to be more and more of these lately. My gosh, dude. What do I even use on the Cyclops, dude? That's so crazy. Okay. I guess we'll go. I really am not sure if we have anything for anyone, but oh, Mr. Wright, how are you? I'm wearing my same suit. Ah, Mr. Powers, have you been here this entire time? Yeah, people connected to the murder aren't allowed to go home, let alone leave. Okay. How are you connected? I was allowed to leave, why aren't you? Can you tell me a little bit more about the Nickel Samurai TV show? Okay. The Nickel Samurai is an action hero program aimed towards kids. It's the sequel to the Steel Samurai. I see. This time, there are 3 samurai brothers, Aluminum Samurai, Tin Samurai, and of course, the Nickel Samurai. Oh, hey, Cork Snorter. What? Oh, boy. And of course, the Nickel Samurai, it's a Love Y in Neo Tokyo. I see. Wait, a love what? A love Y. This girl, Saya, works at the tea shop, and all 3 guys fall for her at the same time. Oh, I guess the Y shape is like the 3 brothers colliding over this one girl? Anyway, Saya is actually the daughter of the evil Strawberry Clan's leader. Sounds like an unusual situation, like Romeo and Juliet, ×3. Yeah. Strange thing is, this sort of forbidden love story is really big with the office ladies. Yes, Pearl? What happens next? I want to know. Miss Saya, does Miss Saya fall in love? She does, doesn't she? Every Sunday at 8 a.m. I'm going to stop watching Kids Masterpiece Theater starting this week. I can't believe she's really considering it. Richard, can you check? I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think he is. So what's the gym? Yeah, he's not. So what's the Jam and Ninja TV show like? It started from a remake of an old movie, to tell you the truth. The Jam and Ninja, like the samurai shows, is geared toward kids. It's the story of a ninja who can't scale a wall but became a big pop star anyway. What? He was a really lousy ninja. Absolutely couldn't do any ninja things right at all. But boy, could he sing! With his trusty bright red guitar in hand, he took the ancient world by storm. A ninja with a bright red guitar. And then the final fight in front of his beloved Princess Misola. Jammin' versus the Muromachi 5. Suddenly, our brave hero catches a not-so-jammin' cold the night before Battle 3. Oh, that's too bad for him. Yeah, but this kind of pop music-based love story is something high school girls really like. Yes, Pearl? What happens next? I want to know. The Jammin' Ninja, will he be able to sing? What about Princess Misola? The Jammin' Ninja's dead, Pearl. I hate to break it to you. I really do. Every Sunday at 8 a.m. Which show should I watch? Well, the one that's not dead. I can't believe she's really considering it. Okay, let me present profiles, maybe? He debuted around the same time as Matt and everything, you know. Really? It started out small. First it was singing contests, then swimming competitions, then it was bowling tournaments, and then it was who could throw the best New Year's parties. Juan was always trying to one-up Matt. But lately those two were escalating to more and more dangerous things. I thought that no good could come of it at all, so I began to worry. Too bad Juan's story ended so soon. What about Matt? Matt's younger than me, but you can practically see his star potential. His star potential? I got his autograph the other day. Feels kind of wrong now, doesn't it? I don't care what people say. Matt didn't kill Juan. I know he didn't. Alright, do you know about Adrian? Hey, that's Miss Andrews. She's Matt's manager. Actually, I was interested in her for a little bit. Just a little. Ooh, well, I see you. So Mr. Powers likes this type of woman. I can relate. What do you know about Miss Andrews?
Well, see, here's the thing. I don't really know her, you know? There's sort of a small rumor going around about her right now.
A rumor?
If you're interested, I'd be glad to share what I know.
He's so happy. He looks like a lion that's just found his next meal. Don't phrase it like that. He's a nice guy. Would you mind telling me about this gossip?
So you are interested in it. I figured you would be.
Yeah? I have such a weakness for celebrity gossip, too. Oh, really? You too, huh? Yeah, so take a look at this. Looks like a tabloid Miss Oldbag would read. Alright, let's see here. Jammin' Midnight Rendezvous to the mysterious yet beautiful manager to the stars, Miss A.A. You see now, don't you? What? You can stop pretending to be in the dark, Mr. Right. Juan Carita didn't have a manager of his own, which means if we're talking about a certain manager with the initials A.A. Adrian Andrews? Yes, exactly. This is big news. But it seems kind of odd. That woman, Miss Andrews, together with the biggest rival of her client? It's that wonderful thing that can only happen between two people. Mr. Powers looks so happy. That's all good, Cork Snoder. I kind of want to stop, like, I don't know. You know what I mean? Pros is just following along, not having any idea as to why he's smiling.
Well, like the saying goes, one man's garbage is another man's treasure.
Huh. That's interesting. Yo, Rister, it's been a while. What's up, Avoid Assad? How's it going? How's your day, man? That is nice. Okay. So, let me try the Magatamas. I might be able to do it now. You! Lotta! Bama! You've only got two, so I'm gonna try this one. Big scoop. Lotta, will you please answer my questions? Been busy with school and work, so I'm up in a Roblox images. That's all good, Avoid Assad. On the night of the murder, why were you loitering around the victim's room? I told you, didn't I? For my scoop. And what I want to know about are the details of this scoop. That's not something I can tell you. I mean, there's that my bread and butter. Alright then, an unpleasant tabloid photographer looking for a scoop. I'm going to say that you were looking into a scandal. Grr. Could it be that you, Lotta Hart, were looking for a break with a huge story? Perhaps an unfolding scandal between Juan Carita and this person? Adrian. Take that. This woman. She's Adrian Andrews, Matt on Guard's manager. The Nickel Samurai's manager, caught secretly meeting with his rival, the Jammin' Ninja. It would be the hottest story of the season, wouldn't it? Bam! You're pretty good at this guessing thing, Mr. Lawyer. But you can't just make up any old thing and think it'll make the papers. You gotta have backup. Backup? Yeah. You gotta have that, what's it, news sauce? You mean news source? That's it. So show me something that shows that Juan guy had something to do with Miss Andrews. Evidence. It's gotta be the, this, right? Take that! This is not, that's not my business, Avoid Assad, you know what I mean? This is the article from a certain weekly tabloid. Jammin' Midnight Rendezvous to the mysterious yet beautiful manager to the stars, Miss A.A. Ah! Mr. Carita didn't have a manager of his own. What's more, his rival, Matt Unguard's manager, Adrian Andrews, she has the initials A.A. You saw this article and then thought to take some pictures of them as proof. That's why you were looking around Mr. Carita's door last night. Well, yeah. We should play Friday Night Funkin'. Yeah, play FNAF. Friday Night Funkin' or FNAF, the battle of the ages, chat. Okay, so we got this open. Big scoop. Oh, bruh. You were looking into Mr. Carita and Miss Andrews' affair, weren't you? You got it. I was gonna get myself a scoop by catching him in a secret meeting. But there's already an article about it in one of the weekly tabloid magazines. It's no longer breaking news. What'd you just say? Her initials are AA. What kind of vague thing is that? That ain't no proof or nothing. People are gonna want to see real proof. Well, at least I do. So that's what I was doing, getting photos. Oh. I'm gonna whip up the reader's interest with some gossip and a little misleading. And spice it up a little and have myself an exclusive story. Wow, Lotta, nice journalistic integrity you got there. I already finished writing up my spicy article, you know? But the paper I wrote it on, my note to myself, it's gone. Your note to yourself? It was inside the case of my $116 camera. They done run off together.
I came here for my big story. Didn't come here to have my treasure disappear on me.
Friday night frocking. What?
Oh yeah, I understand. It's enough to make a gal go bonkers, I tell you. What's with people now anyway? I never thought I'd see the day where someone done steal something from me.
You really want that note back, huh? I've got no idea why, though. The story on that note is probably a bold-faced lie. Okay, interesting. Very, very interesting. Okay. Let's try doing old bags? Okay, let's do it! Alright, old bag. What you witnessed.
Alright, I'll be honest with you for now.
Then please, tell us what you saw.
But oh, what a waste. And here I have a perfectly good chance to have a little fun at a youngin's expense. I am a little devil after all.
Doesn't that imply you aren't a good person? Alright, I'll give you what you want. Expense? What? The only thing I can think to present her is the autograph.
That's Swan's autograph.
Yes, it is.
And it even says to my dearest Wendy on it.
I will not ban someone for cussing. Coke is fine.
That's me, right? My name is Wendy Oldbag, so that Wendy has to be me, right?
Well, it may say Wendy, but somehow I don't think Juan had this Wendy in mind when he signed it.
Oh, please, give it to me. Let me have it, please.
I can't just let you have it just like that.
Yes, I know. Then how about an exchange?
Pog Champers! Wow, she must really want this autograph.
My offer isn't good enough for you? Fine, Mr. Right, you win. Wendy Oldbag ready to open up her heart. All for my dearest Juan.
Chat, it's that easy! It's that easy! Unlock successful. Unlock successful! Woo! Yeah. Oh my gosh, chill, chat. Autograph given to Wendy Dearest. Wow, so she is racist. What? Ugh.
I feel bad for you now.
Huh?
I tell you, I saw him that night. I saw him coming out of Juan's room.
You're kidding. Oh no.
It was about 10 minutes before Juan's body was discovered. It was just a coincidence. I was on my way to the toilet minding my own business.
And did you tell that to the police?
Well, of course. I thought I could get a gift certificate or two out of it, maybe more.
Gift certificate?
I've been recruited again for that part of the trial. You know, the trial tomorrow. This time, you're gonna get it. I'm gonna work hard to get your client pronounced guilty.
But Mr. Enguarde hasn't done anything bad.
I don't care about details like that. I know he did to my poor Juan in. I just do. That yellow belly chicken.
A yellow belly chicken? I wonder what that would look like.
I trust my senses. I know when someone did something bad, and I say he did it.
What did Mr. Enguarde ever do to her to deserve this? Oh, man. So what? Okay, yo, chat need to relax. What did Mr. Enguarde do to you to make you so...
You don't know? That guy, he framed my Juan. He's created that scandal that plagued poor Juan.
Mr. Nick, what is it?
What's a scandal?
Oh, I'll tell you about that one after we get home, okay?
Poor Juan led astray by the wiles of that vile temptress.
Mr. Nick, what do viles and wild temptress mean? How about we just listen to what Miss Oldbag has to say for now, okay, Pearls? So, Miss Oldbag, who is this woman you're talking about?
Adrian Andrews, of course. Who else? That guy, he shoved that girl onto Juan on purpose.
His own manager? But why?
I thought lawyers were smart. It was tricky to get a scandal to make Juan lose face. That girl drove Juan into a scandal that dragged his reputation through the mud.
Sounds like a pretty standard definition of a scandal to me. Why do you know about that anyway, Miss Oldbag?
I'm one of Juan's biggest fans. I'm always out there gathering information. There's nothing I don't know.
And do you have proof that Mr. Enguarde did what you say he did?
Next week's issue of a certain magazine says so.
Ugh, of course, a tabloid. Next week, doesn't that mean it's something people don't know about yet? Why would Miss Oldbag have information like that, and where does she get it? Oh my dear God. I don't know if we have what we need to... Criminal Affairs! Let's go. Criminal Affairs, chat. Oh my gosh. Criminal Affairs Department. Detective Gumshoe said they had an investigation briefing. Yo, look at the blue badger in the back. Chat, the blue badger, the blue badger, the blue badger. My favorite. Alright. Oh, yeah, oh, he's back. Hey, so you came, pal. Why'd the blunt greeting? Because there's nothing to be friendly or happy about. What do you mean by that? Well, things look perfect this time around. The evidence and testimony are airtight. Alright, I gotta go now. Thank you for coming out here, Rooster. It's been an absolute pleasure. Have a great day, Rooster. But we can't just roll over and die. We have to stay positive. Oh my God. So what do you mean the evidence is airtight? I can't give you all the details, pal, but there's 2 big faces. 2? And both of them are in this photo. Okay. The first is the button that's missing from the victim's chest. That's that one right there. That's the button that you found during your body search for Mr. On Guard. Yup. I found it in the folds of the Nickel Samurai Special Pants. And the second one is? The knife in his chest, pal. The fingerprints on the knife in his chest, to be exact. Fingerprints? Whose are they? You didn't even have to ask, little missy. It's obvious. They're Madame Guard's. Tomorrow's trial. Talk about being stuck between a rock and a hard place. Oh my God. So what about this airtight testimony? It's that old security lady, Miss Oldbag. I thought so. What do you mean you thought so? Did she tell you something, pal? Well, and I even told her not to open that mouth of hers and blab to anyone. Her blab knob is stuck on 10 and there's no turning it down. Trust me. Uh-oh. How old is Pearl? Pearl is 8 years old. And yeah, well, Miss Oldbag saw it all, pal. She saw Mr. On Guard come out of the victim's room around the estimated time of death. No way! Okay. By the way, is this, like, do we have a profile for the killer? We do not. Chat, Francisca! I love Francisca, chat. I'm not even gonna cap. Can we present anything to Gumshoe? I don't know. That's interesting. Alright, let's just show everything to him. This one? Okay, go. Or wait, no, okay. So we gotta present that to him. Let's just present everything. We're pretty interested in this bit of gossip ourselves. The scandal with Mr. Kurita, but why? Well, 2 years ago, a woman committed suicide. Suicide? Oh boy. Her name was Celeste Impax. Celeste Impact? Yo, Celestia Ludenberg! And she was Juan Kurita's manager. Oh. The victim's manager? But that's not all, pal. Miss Impax was Miss Adrian Andrews' mentor. She told Miss Andrews everything she knew about the business from square one. Her mentor? A woman who was both Mr. Kurita's manager and Miss Andrews' mentor. Could her suicide have something to do with this case? Do you want to know more about it, pal? Yes! Oh my God, yes! Reply to this chat? What? Okay. She was the victim's manager, and she was also Mrs. Adrian Andrews' mentor. Hello, Oslo! Welcome back, man! It's been 2 years since your suicide, and now those two are linked again by another death. Or maybe it's just a coincidence? But, what? I heard that this time. I literally heard it coming. I'm getting sick of dealing with one foolish idiot after another. Miss Von Karma! You can't seem to stop allying yourself with the enemy, can you? I don't need a traitor in my midst. You don't mean... I do. Scruffy, you have 30 minutes to get out of here. You are no longer needed. Goodbye. She fired him! That's it. That's it. She's done. She's done. She's going down. She's going down. Oof. You do not mess with Gumshoe. You don't. You're going down, Francisca. Listen, it doesn't matter how much I'm attracted to her. She messes with Gumshoe? Out of here. No way. That's... Wait, please wait, sir. If I don't get this month's pay, I'll start... Quiet! Oh my god. If it weren't for traitors like you, I would have won. Is that what you want to say? Who? That voice! Edgeworth! Why is the music so, like, popping off right now? What the heck, dude? What the frick? Why is it popping off? Edgeworth. It's been a long time, right? This person, this is Mr. Edgeworth? What am I going to do with you? Still blaming others when things go wrong? You haven't changed a bit, Francisca. Oh my god. You! How dare you show your face to me without a shred of shame upon it! You soiled the Von Karma name, dragged it through the mud. You even ran away with your tail between your legs like the ill-bred dog you are. Are you talking about the Von Karma family creed? To be perfect in every way. Then let's hear it, Francisca. How are things going? I hear you are having a rough time maintaining a perfection in this country. You seem to be getting crushed under the weight of it all. That's why I came back. Keep your assumptions to yourself. I haven't given in yet. I won't lose. This case is mine. I'll never hand it over to you. Never! Mr. Phoenix Wright! I will see you tomorrow in court. It'll be a clinical lesson of the meaning of total victory. Still the same wild mare she always was. Oh my... I gotta work here. So nice talking to you, peace. Thank you for being here, Void Assad. Holy cow. I thought you, the prosecutor, Miles Edgeworth, had gone and died. Mr. Nick. I never wanted to see you again. I think that's enough of a warm welcome for someone you haven't seen in a year. Are you going to run tomorrow's trial? You heard her, right? That wild mare hasn't given in yet, it seems. So no, I don't think I'll be making an appearance. Oh man, your hatred for me is quite unhealthy, not to mention one-sided. But I will say oh, he doesn't hate me. Oh, I will say one thing. You can't win on your own at the trial tomorrow. What is that supposed to mean? I have something definitive that you lack, and working together is the definition of He's gonna work together with us! Oh my... Rister, can you play GTA on stream? I would if my computer could handle streaming GTA. The truth? In order to understand this case, you have to understand a certain truth. Well, if you ever feel the need for my assistance, it is available to you. I'm not in charge of this case, so I can be a bit more generous with information. Just what is going on inside his head? Oh my god. A lot of things may have happened, however, Manfred Von Karma was still my mentor. And a perfect win record is proof of a Von Karma. 1 year ago, you could not establish guilt in a few cases. Are those losses the reason you suddenly disappeared from the prosecutor's office? Did you leave because you had lost your perfect win record? To think your motivation for prosecuting trials was so selfish. It'd been better for everyone if you never came back from the dead, Edgeworth. Dang, Phoenix! Thank you for being here, Cork Snoder. Very appreciated. I see. Let me ask you something. Why do you stand in the courtroom? What is your reason? Well, with Francisca, she almost always says, I will defeat you this time, the instant she sees me. But the courtroom is not a personal battlefield for prosecutors and lawyers. I stand in the courtroom to defend my client, to save their lives. To save your client, you say? To those who think only of their ego-driven goals, those kind of prosecutors are reprehensible to me. Even if you're a prodigy, or someone like you, Edgeworth. Ooh. It looks like there is still a lot you have yet to learn. A lot I have yet to learn? Me? Well, that's enough for now. The time when you will see is coming soon enough. Holy cow. Why is this game so good right now? Why is it so good? Holy cow. We gotta present. So, okay, new bit of information. Oh! Miles. Okay, so what do you know about Celeste Impacts? This woman is another key to solving this case. Do you really think so? She was Adrian Andrews' mentor a long time ago, but she was suddenly called away by a different show and became Juan Corrida's manager. And then, a few months later, Celeste Impax died. But her death was ruled a suicide, right? Yes. But there is still one riddle we've yet to solve. A riddle? Her suicide note. It went missing. No one could find it. A suicide note that just vanished, huh? Miss Impax's death was most certainly a suicide. Of that there is no mistake. However, we could not find her suicide note. That's when the police began to suspect that someone had hidden it. A suicide note? But how do you know Miss Impax even had written such a note? There was no solid evidence. However, we did find traces of ink on her right index finger, which makes the likelihood of a suicide note very high. But who would hide such a thing? The police think it was Mr. Juan Corrida himself. The victim. Oh, I mean, there's the note right there. He was the one who found her body. Which makes him the only person who had a chance to hide her suicide note. Mr. Corrida hid his own manager's suicide note? But why? As long as her note is missing, any speculation beyond this is meaningless. For now, I think you should look this over. This is the suicide report. Part 1, anyway. Part 1? Let me look at that real quick. Oh, it's literally just this? Okay. Cool. Dude. Wait. Okay. What, do you want me to look at it? Hello? I don't like to look through reports. I like suicide reports even less. Worst of all are the reports that have multiple parts like that one. That has 2. 2 parts? What you just handed me is the first part of the report. Here is the second part. The second part of the report is about an attempted suicide. The attempter's name, it's Adrian Andrews! Miss Andrews? What did she do? She tried to kill herself. She doesn't seem like the kind of person to try and kill herself, though. You think she's a strong career woman? That's just what she wants you to think. Adrian Andrews, she has a certain secret she's always trying to hide. A secret? Oh, what's up, Winks? Her dependent nature. That's what she's really like on the inside. Miss Andrews, dependent? Talk about the exact opposite of what that woman is. Can I have the second part of it? Or do we just, like, should we just go... Alright. Oh, dependent nature. There it is. What's this about Miss Andrews having a dependent nature? Adrian Andrews' attempted suicide was a few days after the death of Celeste Impax. And why did Adrian Andrews think about committing suicide? Because she had apparently lost her will to live. Lost her will? But why would she? Because the Celeste, Phoenix? Her pillar of strength, her mentor Celeste Impax was gone forever. That's why. Okay, here's the thing. I know that, like, it's like a Japanese thing where, like, people who commit suicide take their shoes off or whatever because they're, like, leaving them behind. But you already know so many people looked at the screen and went, feet. You already know that happened. Why would that? Is this what they call following someone to the grave? Oh boy. After her attempted suicide, Adrian Andrews started attending counseling sessions. She is someone who needs a person in whom she can trust absolutely. And once she finds that person, she'll do anything she can do to keep them near. Without such an anchor in her life, her crippling anxiety stifles her ability to live. And that's the nature of her dependency on others? When Celeste Impax suddenly committed suicide, the world before her turned pitch dark. That's according to Adrian Andrews herself. Then, that means her super confident attitude, it's all a facade. She's only copying her mentor's behavior to hold herself together. How terrible. Ooh, attempted suicide report. I think we might have enough to go unlock Adrian's note. Huh. Okay. Should we go talk to Matt, though? I wonder what he thinks. Oh. Ah, the lawyer dude. So what did you find out? Well, I'm still in the middle of investigating. I see. But I've already told you everything I know, dude. Alright, do you know about this? Oh gosh, what do you know about this article? Are you talking about her thing with Juan? I always thought she was a bit careless in the way she handled it. And that's it? That's it? That's it? Interesting. Interesting. Did you know Celeste? Huh? What's wrong? How much do you know? What do you mean, how much? Mr. Lawyer, I may be your client, but I hope you'll keep yourself out of my personal life. Whoa. No, I would never... Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a lunch appointment I need to keep. You're in detention! Who in the world are you going to eat with? The security guard? Yeah, look at him back there. He's like, yeah, he's having dinner with me. You kidding me? This Celeste Impacts lady. Somehow I get the feeling she's a very important person in all this. Oh, he actually just left. Oh, he literally just straight up left. Wow. Kinda wacky, dude. Huh. Okay. Yeah, I think we have enough to go do, Adrian's psych lock. My dude left the server, right? He literally just went on guard's room. Oh, Miss Andrews is here, but it looks like she's talking with someone. That's Franziska von Karma! Miss von Karma? What are you doing here? Well, you see, I'm his lawyer, so you've got some nerve following me around. Following you? That's you, Miss von Karma. You're the one doing the following. Pearls. You're always following after that Mr. Detective with the little beard. Me? Following after Scruffy? Don't make me laugh. I love how she calls him Scruffy. She has a pet name for him. I ship. I low-key ship. Hold on. Sorry. Wait a minute. Let me show you something interesting, little girl. Beep, 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 beep. What is that? An electromagnetic receiver. I planted a tracking device on that detective. And with this, I know that fool's every move. So that noise we heard was this receiver. I feel really sorry for poor Detective Gumshoe now. Now then, let's stop wasting time. Adrian Andrews. Yes? Think hard about what we just discussed. Understood? Alright. What were those two talking about? Miss Andrews, she seems a little dazed, doesn't she? Oh, man! By the way, how old is Gumshoe? He's 31, she's 18. Wasn't Maggie like 20 something? Okay, so maybe Gumshoe is a DILF. You know what I mean? I think Gumshoe's a DILF. Okay, psych lock time. Psych lock time. Take that! Whew, this is a rough one. Motive for murder. Why was Juan Carita murdered? If you ask me, I think you know the reason he was killed. Why are you hiding things? Don't you realize you're putting Mr. Engarde's life in danger by your actions? Why do you ask questions for which I have no answer? The truth is, I was not that close to Mr. Carita. You were not that close? That's right. I've never been good at being intimate with another person. You are not good at being intimate with another person? Somehow I highly doubt that. Okay, do we present the profile here? I think maybe the magazine clipping? Yeah, okay, got it. You and Mr. Carita had an intimate relationship, did you not? A silly third-rate tabloid article. If you even have half your wits about you, you wouldn't believe such rubbish. Well, it seems quite a few people have already bought into this story. As to be expected in a world filled with crooks and liars. Note to self, stay on her good side. In any case, I despise interpersonal relationships like that. I see. However, what if there was a need for you to get close to someone? Me, need to get close to Mr. Carita, as if there was ever such a need. Did you get close to Mr. Carita for this person's sake? Ooh, that's definitely Celeste Impacts. Take that! Celeste Impacts, your mentor. How do you know about Celeste? Ooh. Miss Impacts, she committed suicide, didn't she? But it looks like no one knows why. She's sweating! Oh my god. Right before her death, she was Juan Carita's manager. So I believe you got close to Mr. Carita so you could find out more about her suicide. You have a great imagination. You may have a future yet as a slimy muckraker for a putrid third-rate tabloid. Miss Andrews, there was no mystery surrounding her death. None! It would be pointless for me to force myself into a relationship for nothing. Is that really true? Was there really no mystery at all? I don't believe you were completely at ease with the way her suicide was resolved. Evidence. Suicide note missing. Take that! Miss Impact's suicide note was never found, was it? It looks like the police were under the suspicion that someone had hidden it. Like maybe the person who discovered her body, Mr. Kurita. Juan? And Miss Andrews, I believe you thought the same thing. That is why you became intimate with Mr. Kurita. I've sat by quietly and listened to your insulting ramblings long enough. It's true that Celeste was my mentor. However, allow me to say this again. It had nothing to do with me. I didn't even know that her suicide note was never found. I'm a person who doesn't care about what goes on in the lives of others. That's the impression you like to give. However, I don't think that's who you really are. What? I have evidence that says otherwise. This is proof that Celeste Impact was someone very special to you. Take that! Oh my gosh. Miss Andrews, you nearly went through with it too, didn't you? Went through with what? Ending your life. Miss Andrews, you look and act like a very strong woman who has it all together. You don't ask for anyone's help, relying only on yourself. Yes, I've been very independent ever since I can remember. However, that is all just a lie, a facade. You've always searched out people on whom you can depend on. And you were dependent on Miss Impacts, weren't you? Which is why, when she passed away, you lost everything you had. Stop! When Celeste passed away so suddenly, like that, I died a death of my own. But no matter how hard I tried, I couldn't stop thinking about what had become of her note. You must have heard about the police report. The one that said the police suspected Mr. Kurita of hiding Miss Impact's note. You are breaking the locks a good thing? Yes, breaking the locks are a good thing. You heard about it and thought to recover it from him by getting close, am I right? If that's the case, then everything changes. What do you mean? What topic did we start this conversation on again? It was, why was the victim killed? Exactly. Somehow, Miss Andrews, it seems that you have become the one with a reason to want Mr. Kurita dead. Me? Miss Impacts was everything to you. And then she died. And you would do anything to find out why she was killed herself. Even commit murder. Murder? Is she actually the killer? No, I don't believe that at all. I don't know, that doesn't feel right to me. Something about it. Something is sus. Something is definitely sus. It's true. I'm a woman who can only live in insecurity. I'm physically small, and I don't have a lot of self-confidence. I've pushed against all that, though. I've tried to live strongly. I never wanted anyone to find out the truth. Miss Andrews. They literally have the exact same pose. I love it. This one thing. It's the one thing I wanted to take with me to the grave. It was my secret. Mine and mine alone. I'm sorry. You probably think I'm a worthless human being right now, don't you? Please, Miss Andrews. All I want is to know the truth. That child has a large-ass forehead. Pearl? Bruh, is her forehead that big? Chat, don't do her dirty like this. Do not do her dirty like this, chat. Is her forehead that big? Please. Yes? Chat, I don't know, bruh. Oh my god. After Celeste passed away, I heard that someone had hidden her suicide note. I can land a rocket on her fucking forehead. And that someone was Juan Kurita. Celeste. Without her, I became scared. Everyone seemed like they were out to get me. So you got close to Mr. Kurita to recover her suicide note, correct? Looks like that tabloid reported the truth after all. Ironic, isn't it? Well, like they say, where there's smoke, there's fire. And if they purposely add fuel to the fire, they keep the celebrity world burning. But as for the suicide note, I didn't and wouldn't kill anyone for it. It just doesn't suit me, that's all. Well, that's enough for now. I still have work to do, so I understand. Oh, I have one small favor to ask. My attempted suicide. I'd like for you to keep it a secret. Miss Andrews, if people found out about my weakness, I would sooner choose to die than live. Alright, I understand. We'll keep it a secret. Miss Andrews, I guess she's the overthinking type. She probably never says anything without carefully thinking it through first. Thank you for your discretion. Mr. Nick, can I ask you something? What is it? Miss Andrews has been playing with that card in her hand since a little while back. That card? Yeah, what is it? I guess she has. Miss Andrews, what is that card you're holding? Huh? Oh, this? I don't quite know. It just suddenly appeared in my handbag. What? What is it? It looks like a seashell? That's what it looks like, doesn't it? I honestly don't remember owning this card. I wonder where I picked it up from. Her not remembering something clearly? Sounds like it would be a rare occurrence. Well, I must be off. I leave Mr. On Guard in your capable hands. Wow, she's got a freaking deep backstory. That is kind of crazy. Where do we go? Oh, March 21st. Well, I think we've gathered about all we can. What about Mystic Maya? Is she alright? Bro, I was gonna comment on the card saying CSGO kids twirling their karambit. Okay. She looks so worn out by all this. She hasn't slept at all and has been walking all over the place with me today. What's wrong, Mr. Nick? Let's go back to the office for a little while. You're really tired, right? Oh no, I'm okay, really. I'm fine, I really am. Look at how cute I look in this Sprite. You don't look fine to me. Yeah. We'll get you some rest. Hello, Will, I'm glad you're alive. If he had been the victim in this case, I think I would have cried, bro. I think I would have cried. Alright, March 21st. So, what now? Well, we did find one thing out for sure. Miss Andrews has a motive. You mean Miss Impact's a suicide note? That's right. She was also the one to discover the victim's body. Clever. Beep, 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 beep. Mr. Nick, the transceiver. Beep. Oh, God. Hello? Wright and Cole offices. Mr. Attorney, you're not answering a phone. Maya! Where's Maya? As I promised, I have not gone within a few feet of her this whole time. Phew. Which is why I suppose she is absolutely famished. What? So I suggest you win a quick acquittal, my friend. At any cost. Wouldn't you agree? Wait, Maya, let me hear her. Very well. Ask Maya, is that you? Sis! Ask my sis! Beep. Maya! Damn it, he cut me off. Mystic Maya said, ask my sis, didn't she? Will looks like J-Schlatt. That's actually very true. He looks like a bigger J-Schlatt. Sis? What does she mean by that? Come on, Phoenix. It's obviously Mia. You're a hopeless one. Sorry. Pearl turning into Mia! Mia! I have a message from Maya, so come, ask me anything you want about her. Okay. Dude, everyone's getting involved, bro. I'm sorry. Can I just examine something real quick? I mean, I might have to turn the webcam off for a little bit. Anyway, talk. Her forehead is bigger. My situation. How's Maya? She's safe for now. That kidnapper is one to keep his word, it seems. I'm glad to hear she's safe, but Mia, how did you know? As soon as she was locked up, Maya called for me. I read the note she left. Then I gathered as much information about her surroundings as I could. I didn't know you could use spirit channeling like that. Pretty smart of her. Kids, don't look at her arms. I'm staring. The kidnapper, what's he like? I don't know. Apparently, Maya went to answer a phone call at the hotel and was drugged there. And? She didn't see the face of her attacker. Ugh. Maya is locked up in a very dark place right now. I'll tell you everything I heard when I was with her. When you were with her? Oh, okay. Let's hear it. I'm starving. I could really go for some apple pie. I mean, at a time like this, sweets are the only way to go. I have to stay positive. He promised he wasn't going to kill me. I'm not going to die. Sis, I wonder if you're with Nick right now. We're playing as Maya? Oh, let's freaking go. Oh, do something to the door first. I don't think I'll be moving anywhere. No. Sheesh. Huh? Someone dropped a card? Kind of looks like a business card, but there's no name on it. Whoa. It's a picture of a seashell, I think. What a strange card. Ooh, chat. Drat, it's locked. But this door's lock seems easy enough to open. On TV, the hero always uses a plastic card or a stiff piece of cardboard. Then, click, they magically open the door. I wonder if there's a card like that around here I could use. Ah, that's it! The shell card! If I use this, maybe I can get the door open. This might be my key out of here. I had a feeling this card might be useful. I'm such a genius! Alright, now if you'll excuse me, Mr. Kidnapper. Click. I did it! Okay, now I'm getting the heck out of here. I shouldn't keep Nick waiting or worried. Are you getting out of here though? Are you getting out of here though? Are you getting out of here though? Ah, how about that one? To be continued. Oh my god, chat. That is gonna be the end of the stream today. We're leaving it on a cliffhanger. Oh my god. We are leaving it on a cliffhanger, chat. Title screen. Thank you guys so much for coming out here today. It has been an absolute pleasure to have you all here. I am grooving. I am schmoovin'. I really do be moving. We're gonna raid Rosie because that's a very cool kid thing to do. So thank you guys so much for coming out here. It's been an absolute pleasure. I hope to see you all tomorrow. Whose faux head is bigger, Maya's or Pearl's? I'd say Pearl's because it's like bigger to like the rest of her body. You know what I mean? Because Pearl's a small being and her forehead is like, you know what I mean? But Mia is pretty tall and her forehead is like, you know what I mean? So like proportionally, it's a lot bigger. So thank you guys so much for coming out. It's been an absolute pleasure to have you here. I hope you all have an amazing day. See you later, y'all.